Well, good afternoon everybody, welcome back here to Stanley Indoor Bowls Club for the GarageRoost.com UK Open. Well, on the show rink for you now we have an absolute cracking game for you. It's Wayne Willgress against Greg Harlow. Let's have a look at what we have for the rest of today. Well, we have the first of our quarterfinals at 4 o'clock. Stuart Anderson will take on David Gourlay, and this evening's game will be a battle of another quarterfinals depending on who wins in these sessions we have on now. So we're almost ready now for the players. They've just completed their trial ends. Let's have a quick look at the sponsors that have made this event possible. And now let's go live to the rink and get the play underway. Joining me in the commentary box for this session is John Fleming. Good afternoon, John.
Good afternoon, Jason. Looking forward to this one. Should be a cracking match.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. I think it depends how quick Wayne gets fired up for this. He kind of feeds off the adrenaline, doesn't he?
He does that. Crowd certainly building behind us, I think, for some of his antics.
Warned him not to get his belly out for this one. Just had some lunch.
Good start here from Greg. Not a bad reply from Wayne there.
My ball, please.
18 inches wearing.
See Wayne switch to the other side here.
Yep, both hands are pretty decent on a draw, to be fair, with the jackies.
Yeah, with dead weight I think you do get back, but most players are favoured on this ditch side. That seems to be getting back a lot more.
Just to give you a rundown of who's playing on the outer rinks for this session. Rink 1 is Jamie Chesney against Mervyn King. Rink 2, PBA qualifier from Scotland, Colin Banks against Scott Edwards. Rink number 3, well, that's a battle at the bottom of the top 16 ranking there. It's Darren Burnett against Simon Skelton. You have joined us on Facebook and YouTube. Good afternoon, thanks for joining us again. If you're on the Facebook chat, you can use the link that we're using for the live scoring. Just posting that for you now. You can click on that and see the scorecards for the other 3 games this afternoon.
You see Wayne run through this in the background,
I think so.
Target. Yeah. Looks to be wide.
Yep, just drifted by.
I think the new tops, the Henselite tops, have been catching the eye of a few of the people watching on Facebook. Have quite a few messages asking where they can get them.
Yep, yeah, we've had a few of the Henselite tops and also the
Taylor ones.
Taylor ones, yep. Good to see change of tops and things, isn't it? It gets a bit stale after a while.
Yeah, modernises the game, I suppose.
Yeah, good designs around these days.
It was interesting yesterday. I was playing Mark. 2 years turned up with the same orange top on. Mark had to go back in and change to the red one, so he didn't look the same. Seen him wearing the orange one this morning.
Now like a matching outfit. Well,
I'd say he's in the area for the wide ball.
Jack, get the jack.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, locked
Yeah.
in on the back red ball.
Might be a measure for sure, yeah.
We'll have a measure
Greg just asking Bernie which one she thought. She thinks Wayne's in, so Greg's asked for a measure.
The umpires are busy in this session. That's 2 measures in the first end.
Yeah, keep them busy. So they'll keep Bernie busy. Oh, she's shouting at me now over the top of the boards. You can just see over the top of these boards. Close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good eyesight. 1 to red.
They don't usually get many wrong.
No. No, there wasn't a lot in that, maybe a millimetre or 2.
Yeah.
1 shot, Wayne
Measured
Willgress.
happening in Darren Burnett shrinks slightly further away.
Yes, Jack's been knocked out for a respot. Quarterfinals are played today as well.
25.5
Stay
metres.
with us. We have 2 quarterfinals being played at 4 o'clock. Up next on the show rink is David Gourlay, MBE against Stuart Anderson. That'll be a cracking game as well. The quarterfinals will be 6:30 this evening, slightly earlier than yesterday. 6:30 for the second quarterfinals. Then tomorrow we have semi-finals. Just been a slight alteration in the timing. 10 o'clock for your first semi-final, 12:30 for your second semi-final, and the final will go on at 3 o'clock.
Good start again here from Greg.
Yep, start.
Thought I'd seen Greg practicing with a tiger. He must have changed to the evil.
Very close, but a favourite. Very close. Ball, Bernie, please.
Yeah, he's playing with the new deeper grip, isn't he, there?
Yeah. I think most of the Hentelite players, I think Greg's the only one that, Greg and Nicky, I think they're the only ones I've seen playing with the newer grip this week. Good again, but sets up a slight target. Let's see Wayne going at this. Yep.
Hanging around. Jack
He's on
again.
Jack, I think.
And then his bowl as well. Now,
Nice.
how far is that bowl going? He's going very close, you know. He's pushed it to within a yard of the jack. Jack won't be too far away from,
No, I think maybe 2 feet, maybe.
yeah, under the L of the Stanley, something like that. Almost centre.
Is it still a measure? Or is that 1 down, please?
Just slightly more room on this carpet than the portable rink to get back to this.
Yep.
Just by the spots.
She needs to get by, has done.
Just going to make it. It's not interested in it. the grip.
There's a clue, Wayne.
Just in the normal. Great effort.
Very close, yeah, very close.
Greg will be looking to add to this here, I think.
All for you.
Greg's still stuck in this, but I think he might just make it. Yep, in for 2.
Set score 1-2.
Greg picks up a 2 in the second end to go 2-1 in front after 2 ends.
Almost get it slightly to the depth through your 2 hole.
30 metres.
Greg just slipping through with the first one. Wayne looks to be in the area with this one. Just the flexion tight.
Well, just gets down to the jack, slightly overplayed, but it's a good one.
I think Wayne thinks he's quick.
Yeah, he's right.
Your ball, 20 inches, Greg.
Sit down, please. Yeah. Thank you. Chuck the ball. Thank you. That's all right. Not really. Not much more 4 inches across.
Well, yeah, that's 2. Definitely finding a better pace at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he goes at this again, because maybe just sticking to the draw. Yep. I think he's settling a wide line.
Just a pace again, isn't it?
Yeah, just
not
over, I think.
found it.
I think he was in 2 minds there. Played a bit of both.
Yeah, probably. Oh, big chance for Greg here, just to put a bit of pressure on Wayne. Don't want to make it too big, something centre line would be pretty good.
Can't believe Greg's playing with trousers on. It's absolutely roasting in here.
That's
30
because
minutes
Kay won't
short.
let him play with shorts. And she sat right behind me as well, so I better not say it too loud. But yeah, he wore them. He got away. Well, I won't say he wore them. I'll say he got away with it once at Potters, and then she said, "Never again."
It's good again, you know, just needs to grab his own ball, I think, to stay in the up. And for 3.
Well, decision time for Wayne. Does he go again and try and draw, but he hasn't necessarily found the pace, or does he take his chance and play straight at it?
Could go off the forehand, get 1 on to 2, or even kill the end. I think he's going with that option. Looks as if he's in the area.
Underneath, is it?
Oh, just missed.
3 shots.
That's Greg Harlow.
A decent start
Set
for
score
Greg Harlow. 3
1-5
there.
after 3 ends.
Extends his lead 5 shots to 1 after 3 ends. A quick little look at what's going on the other rinks. Jamie Chesney 3-2 up against Mervyn King after 3 ends. Scott Edwards and Colin Banks are 2 apiece after 2 ends. And Aaron Burnett and Simon Skelton are 1 each after 2 ends.
I think Darren's just scored there.
Yep, pick the mat up.
Yeah.
27.5 metres.
Greg switch sides going this way this time. Just pulling up shot. Chance for Wayne here. Slightly over from Wayne.
3.5 feet.
Greg looks better with this one, I think. Certainly. A better track.
It's dependent, it's not bending, is it?
Not far away from dead pace, it's still not getting back. Wayne's definitely connected with this one, yeah.
Yep, that's played a good one.
Yeah, last ball shot. It's close to second, Greg.
Okay, thanks.
Very close.
Slightly short from Greg. We'll definitely be looking to add to this or even turn the jack to make 3. Slightly wider line.
Yeah, I was going to say he looks a ball wider. It was dead pace, it should come back with that. I think he's playing with his grooves, so.
Revolutions, I think he's playing with. It's changed, yeah, is it not?
Playing with Revolution, really, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he is. Greg will just look to add 18 inches here and draw in. Certainly on a good track.
Yeah, this is definitely a hand that bends more at the end.
Yeah.
If it's
I
here,
think he's running though.
yeah, just lacking that pace again.
Yeah. Interesting to see if it's one or two.
Gillian Hinsley there from Manchester, or Bolton, saying it looks a tricky hand. I've played with Gillian. Every hand's tricky for Gillian. Sorry, Gillian, I know you're going to punch me next time you see me.
Speaking of Bolton, it'll be not too long before we're down at European Pairs in Bolton. Jason, looking forward to that.
Yep, making an appearance on the artificial greens, but at least the grass won't need cutting. I hope it's not snowing like it is outside. Oh, well played.
Well played from me.
Well, we'll be pleased with that, getting some of those shots back quick.
Fun spot, wasn't it? It's very easy. That's a fun spot, that, wasn't it?
Two out and a major for three, yep.
Yep. Sometimes you do get slightly bigger counts on a scrappy end, don't you? How many times do you play a scrappy end and someone scores a 3 or a 4?
Yeah.
If you are in the local area to Stanley, you can pop in. It's only £2 a day for a day ticket. 4 sessions of bowls today. The Bowls Development Alliance are here as well. They're running a competition, one of these target bowls. The highest score wins a 2-night stay at Potters at the World Championships, all inclusive. Prize was kindly donated by the PBA, which is the Professional Bowling Association. They run the qualifiers for these events. It's quite a nice prize, that, 2 nights in Potters, all inclusive.
Definitely.
A fantastic resort.
Wayne Willgress.
I think
Set
a few of the
score.
boys were having a go at
4
it last
5.
night where we had a few pints in them. It was
Oh,
quite,
really?
Quite a good laugh. Especially Colin Howie, that was funny.
It's quite hard, really, because the target's covered in holes for the ball to fall in. You get 8 bowls and it's the highest score. I had 6 bowls that didn't even go in the hole. I think I scored about 40 or something.
In
Rubbish.
5 metres.
It does get harder when you get beer goggles on, Jason, I suppose.
I don't have that excuse, I was sober this morning. Yeah, Wayne knew he'd just slightly pushed through that one.
So it's back to 5-4 after 4 ends now.
£2 cheaper than living at home for the day.
Probably is.
Yeah, you may as well come and use the heating here, exactly. Quite warm in here, so you'll be alright, won't you?
Craig looks to be on a good track with this. Yep. Good open up. He just needs to run here, I think, and he's pretty good.
Yep,
Great
well
ball.
played.
18 inches, Greg.
It's the first time I've seen the mat up this far in this TV ring that I've seen anyway.
Yeah, they've been playing quite a lot of the games with the mat back short jack, but yeah, you're right, I've not seen it come so far up for quite a while. Just going to skirt it.
Touch touch unlucky. That's just over the pace.
8 inches, Wayne.
I think Wayne will be happy if he just splits those two.
Yeah, be looking for another shot, but just slightly past the jack, like you say. Maybe turns the jack out of sight, won't be too bad.
Yep.
Nearly. Finished good though.
On pace from there. I think he might just be slightly over again.
Yep.
Don't know if Wayne's fell back for two there, but
Greg's playing with Tiger Evo Roy. That answers your question.
Wayne's just trying to touch this jack round the corner.
Gently, gently, gently.
It's been might just have held on to the shot, I'm not sure.
No, Bernie's having a good look at this. A little bit unlucky, but he got that same connection on the other side, would have made a 3. Just dipped its head and went underneath.
Could be one down, could be two up.
Okay, that gives me a chance, thanks.
Well, Greg's just having a think. There's a chance for Greg here as well, isn't there? He could play something very similar to Wayne. There's obviously a slight bit of danger as well.
Yep.
Jack, maybe 3 inches, 4 inches.
3-4 inches, yeah. Could make a 3 or 4 out of it.
Make it sound easy, Jack, 3 inches. Yeah, down the backhand.
Definitely on a narrower track.
On under, is it?
I think he's in the area with us.
Just about to go under. If he falls off the pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in.
Great effort. I think it'll be one the measure here.
Yeah, Greg will measure it. Andy Thompson measures everything.
On green, it's measured with this.
Much while they're measuring this, let's just keep an eye on the scores then across the rinks. Jamie Chesney, 6-3 up against Moving Kings, with 3 ends to play. See on the board there, thank you. Colin Banks, Scott Edwards were having a bit of a tussle, 4 each after 4 ends. Darren Burnett just 1 behind against Simon Skelton. A big game for Simon and Darren. Obviously they're floating around the bottom area, but they're playing each other here. I know Mark Royal has dropped out of the top 16 now, and it all depends really on how well Scott Edwards does. If he starts getting anywhere near the semi-final, could cause another slight upset, I think, if I work my calculations out right. With Darren and Simon playing each other in this round, that guarantees David Gourlay his place in the top 16 as well, even though he's won his game. That's
Two
good.
shots, Greg Harlow. Set score 4-7
It's good to see
after 5
the
ends.
ranking list change.
Certainly is, but it's good to see like David staying in the top 16. He's a quality player. Came through a very tough match this morning against Les.
Yeah, nail bite to that one. 2 tied sets, you don't get that very often.
Certainly don't. Slight bit of disturbance in the crowd there. Just the phone going off, I think.
Was it? Yep.
Perfectly timed on the backswing.
Greg was phoning a friend there.
I'm glad they can see the funny side of it.
Yes. I realised that was one of the options in this new format, phone a friend.
Didn't put him off too much.
Yep, not too far away, just 18 inches.
Jamie and Mervyn are only playing 3 balls each, are flying through the ends. On end number 8.
Yeah, they don't hang around, do they?
No.
My bowler length, Bernie.
8 inches past.
And Wayne's.
Wayne, the same short. 8 inches short.
Certainly a better track from Greg here, I think. Just slightly overplayed.
Yep, just the space.
One down, Bernie. Yeah?
Overplayed. So another chance for Wayne now. A little bit of a scrappy start.
Similar going this way the last end. There was a 3 score, there wasn't anything really
Yeah.
close to it, but it is hard to nail it going this way.
Yep.
Yep, very good reply.
Looking for shot.
Colin Banks has just went in front 5-4 after 5 ends. For anybody wanting to know that score.
Well played, Greg. That's a tougher shot.
Might switch Wayne to the other side.
Yep, down the back end. Get to the bowl of the jack.
It's going a bit quicker than I thought he would go.
Yep.
He's interested though.
Nice and solid. Doesn't want any jack movement. Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure he'll take that.
A little bit unlucky to remove his nearest ball, but he still managed to get the shot.
I think Greg will just be a similar effort in this one.
Fancy yours. It's close, Simon, but fancy yours.
See what Craig can do here. Another disturbance in the crowd, just slightly behind. Certainly stalking it, I think he's in the area. Just needs to drop back.
Same,
Yeah,
just
very
sits
good.
in now, yeah. That's a good thing with that hand. Just at the end, it just comes back towards the centre quite well.
Yep.
Now Stuart Anderson's on the show rink in the next session. Ryan, he's played David Gourlay.
4 o'clock start, isn't it?
Yeah, 4 o'clock start. Mark Dawes is joining me in the commentary box for that one. Lining up some difficult questions.
I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that.
He always gets the easy ones, that's why I'm trying to stitch him. Well, Wayne,
Big ball this.
of options as well. He can play the drag if he wants to.
Yep.
Down the ditch hand for the bowl or the jack.
It's going a bit stronger than in the area.
Bowl.
He's got the ball solid.
Played.
Great ball.
The bowl.
He was actually unlucky only to make one out of that, to be fair.
Yeah, you thought he was going to get a little piece of the jack for 2 or 3. However, that closes the gap down anyway, down to 2 now. 7-5, 3 ends remaining.
One red and a measure.
I think they are going to measure this one, but
Yes, that's for a measure for 2.
this is a big measure in terms of the set here.
Yep, just the one, so 5-7 away in there. Jamie Chesney just picked up the first set against Mervyn King. 9 shots to 3.
Willgress, set score 5-7 after 6.
Scott Edwards, Colin Banks, 5 across after 6 ends. Darren Burnett, 1 ahead after 6 ends against us.
Half meters.
Wayne will be looking to get one in the area. It's first ball here, trying. Definitely needs to win this end. Just overplayed it. Greg's just slightly under. Good start though. Wayne just slipping past again.
Well, wants to get down to this hole, run through the hole though.
Wayne will just be looking for a connection, drops 18 inches against the shot, but he doesn't like it. I think he thinks he's wide.
He was right. Well, just the pace more than anything.
Yep. Greg will be looking just to sit Wayne down, mix 3. Maybe went for the option in the spot rather than drawing another one here.
Yeah, you can see the danger.
One lane, one green.
He's interested. Just needs to grab the ball thing, but he's...
Get inside it quick.
Yeah, he's got it full.
Just the wrong side of it.
Greg will certainly be looking to add to this, give himself a cushion going into the last 2 ends. Looks to be in the area.
Yeah, I think he's in
I
front
think
of that.
he's in for another if he stops. Yep.
Yep, to Greg.
Greg Harlow.
9-5 is
Hello,
now the
set
score.
score
200 remaining.
5-9 after 7 ends.
Look
30 metres.
Greg switch back to the backhand again, going this way. Yep, very good start. I think Wayne will just be looking to get back here. I think he might just be over again.
Yeah, just push through.
Yeah.
Struggling a little bit with his
Eyeball birdie,
length,
please.
isn't he?
Yeah, he seems to be just pushing through him a wee bit. Suppose you'd be rather pushing through than finishing short.
Yeah, it's easy. I think it's easier to take the pace off, isn't it, than add the pace.
Jack's never going to come back up the green. Most times it'll go back the way. He'll be looking for a correction here. I'd say he needs to score at least a 2 here. I think he's actually contemplating maybe running the jack here. Yep, I think he may be running that. I think he's under.
Yep. Well, he's showing his hand.
Yep. Greg will just
Quick look, birdie, please.
maybe even try and cover that.
Okay, sat over my left shoulder, keeping a beady eye on me.
Doesn't miss many events, does she?
No.
Oh.
She's surely comes along for the fish and fizz. Fish and fizz this week. Okay. I hope so, she says. So I think that they call it fish and fizz. When Greg wins an event, they go out to this fish restaurant and they have fish and chips and some champagne.
Fair enough.
That's their lucky thing that they have when they win an event. Let's see if I can sneak along.
I'm sure if Greg wins, he'll know. He won't bother buying you fish and chips.
Oh yeah, I'll gate crash.
I think he's closer
Well.
this time.
Nice and solid.
Yeah.
Well, I've got been a bit unlucky there. It's not easy to hit a bare jack. He's just caught a quarter of it, stayed in the rink.
Holds one, I think.
Yep, the ball gets marked first. The last thing they do is sort the jack out. There we go. Even though this is an awful lot wider than the Portsmouth rink at Potters, even I don't think Greg will get to that down this ditch hand. So I'll have to play across the head.
I
I'm
think
going
he
to
might
attempt it right on the
slightly-
inside.
Yeah, I think he might, just because he's using the Evo. I think if he was using a Tiger, he might switch sides, but
Be interesting how close he gets to this.
yeah.
That's only up a yard. Let's see how close he gets.
in number 1
That's
here.
not too bad, you know.
Yeah, that's
Finish.
pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, the finish. Two foot inside the jack. Probably just guaranteeing him that shot.
Yeah.
See there, look, just inside the jack. Cracking bowl, foot from the ditch.
I think Wayne's trying to sit it in and stay here because he knows he needs a 2.
Looks under.
Looks under, yeah. That'll be the first set to Greg.
Yep.
One shot, Greg Harlow, and the first set,
One shot
5-10.
to Greg, and he'll take that opening set. 10-5. Just quickly zoom onto the other cards. Well, Darren Burnett and Simon Skelton are playing the final end of their first set. Darren's 1 in front. I've got a back touch, I'm not quite sure who it is. Scott Edwards and Colin Banks. Colin Banks is 1 ahead. 2 to play.
Interesting to know who that back touch
30
is.
metres.
Darren's rink.
Nicky Brett's just texted me, it's not fish and fizz, it's fizz and chips.
Fizz and chips.
Fizz. Thanks, Nicky. Good God, I thought he'd be spying on me.
Another good start
Yeah,
here from
cracking
Greg.
start from Greg.
Wayne's pretty good opener here as well, just needs to get down to the jack. Yep, very good.
Yep, well played. Good reply.
Wayne's bowling late.
No, it's 6 inches past.
At my bowl.
You are 2.5 feet short.
Greg just asking the distances between Wayne's ball and the jack. Looks to be on a very good track. Just needs to run the last wee bit. Yeah,
Oh, well played
very
again.
good.
Yeah, playing some decent stuff now, Greg. Letting Wayne Willgress settle on anything at all.
It's a good effort here as well. To just get down and turn the jack. Fraction. Finished in a good place though. Greg switching sides this time. I think he's just trying to drop inside.
One down.
1 down, yeah.
I think Wayne will just be a similar effort here, trying to turn the jack round the corner.
Yep, I think so as well. And if he gets just down to the bowl, that won't
Yep.
be too bad. Back off it.
Certainly looks narrower than his last.
Hold up for the bowl.
Yeah, I
Corner
think
of it.
Yep.
Yep.
You just fall out.
Ball.
I'd say it would still be the shot, but the score's just coming on the screen now.
Yep, like I say, some really, really good tussles. I mean, they played 3 ends of the second set already, Jamie and Mervyn, but Jamie is still ahead. Colin Banks 2 up, playing the last. And Simon Skelton 1 behind. And Darren Burnett is lying shot here on that rink. Simon's got one ball left to come.
Colin Banks, the only non-seed still going, and he's in front.
Oh, Simon's gone straight through a hole.
2 shots to Darren Burnett. He takes the first set. 8-5. Darren wins that set. Greg's very close here.
Very close, yep. Can you sit back?
Yeah,
Oh, fantastic.
great ball.
Cracking shot.
He's not giving Wayne any chances, is he, at the moment?
Not at all, he's playing some really good stuff. It's quite a mental game, bowls, as well as anything else, isn't it? You know, at that level, you know when your opposition's struggling. You know what their ability is. Once they're struggling, you just try and get as many as you can quick, because at some point they are going to start to find it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's exactly what Greg's doing. He's not letting Wayne settle too much. When Wayne has played a few good bowls, Greg's been straight back with another.
He's going a bit stronger at this one, I think.
Somehow jammed the jack through to the back.
Yeah, looks to be in the area. It's pretty close.
Ben quicker.
Yeah,
Sit. Just slightly
could
gone
have
out
made
as well.
2 out of that. Umpire's getting his work cut out from today.
Yeah, it's been on most ends, hasn't he?
Colin Banks' line is out there, Jason.
I thought on mine, then it's that. Come. Yeah.
I've definitely line a set line. Line a set line. Scott's got one ball left.
This could be either 1 up or 2 down.
One red.
1 shot.
Yeah, I didn't fancy mine.
Willgress,
Good start to the second set for Wayne, but look to
first end,
build
second
on that from here.
Yeah, I just think he needs to string a few ends together.
set. 25.5 metres.
Switch sides this time onto the forehand. Just needs to stay wide. Start from Wayne.
I like Stanley.
Not quite, no. 6 inches short.
See our 2 main sponsors advertising boards there. This event sponsored by GaryDrews.com in association with Lead to Succeed. A massive thank you for both of those companies for sponsoring this event. Jacqueline Henderson is the director of Lead to Succeed. She'll be here on tomorrow to present the lucky winner of the prize. Sat down there in a reggae rollers top. Very bright, you can see it from space.
These events don't happen without the sponsors, I suppose, Jason. Now.
Nope, certainly don't.
Good effort from Wayne, just under again.
You
ball from Greg there. Slightly unfortunate there.
My second ball, help short, please.
Your second ball, 8 inches short of Jackeye.
Greg slightly overplayed there.
Yep. Deleted a few of the awful songs off the playlist earlier. There's one that sounds like an xylophone. That's been binned.
Yeah. Did sound as if there was a couple of them being competitive for a while. It was good to see them being dropped out.
Yep.
Did sound like a xylophone, to be fair.
Try and we've got time this evening at the hotel. I'll try and find something else.
Do you get time in your day?
And I sleep, yeah.
You sleep.
Well, Wayne, you had a good look at this. There's a couple of bad results.
Yep.
Safest option, nice forehand draw. Doesn't like it, I don't think.
Don't think
no.
he likes it. I think he's under. Craig will be looking to add to this and make it 3, I think. Certainly looks like 2.
That's my last ball, right?
Certainly pushed out on a wide track.
Well, it just needs to stop, which I think it will do. Falls back, it's definitely in.
Harlow, set score 1-3 after 2 ends, second set.
See if we can get a round up with the scores for you.
Colin Banks is playing his last end by the looks of the scorecard here. 7-5 up, playing the last end. Oh, he's
I think he's taking
one
the
end
set.
behind actually, that scorecard.
Yeah. I think Colin's taking the
Colin's
first set.
definitely taken that first set, yeah. Weight going up surely.
Jamie Chesney's 7-3 up against Merv King after 5 ends. Darren Burnett leads Simon Skelton 2-0 after 1 end. Wayne just slightly overplayed again on that side.
My ball, please, Barry.
18 inches.
That's the best question I've seen come through all day there, John. It's obviously from your father. Your mum says, would you like chips with your burger tonight, Junior?
Yeah, I'll take peri peri sauce as well, thank you.
With burger and chips?
Peri peri sauce on the burger, icing on the chips, yeah. Nando's sauce.
Dear me. You'll eat anything up there. And do you batter it?
No. Good reply here from Wayne.
Jack eye.
1 inch past.
Greg looks to be in the area here if he's running.
Yep.
I
Just needs
think
to
he's played one, yeah.
bowl
Gets
and the
squeezed
jack.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
fantastic. Fantastic.
How many guys?
You see Wayne just arriving on this now. Set the ball
One
up on the
down,
jack.
Wayne. Last ball.
Yep. Jack solid or inside edge is
One
good.
down yet?
Don't think he wants to go too quick because if he's slightly high, he can lift his own and go 3 down.
No.
Yeah, we'll give Gregor
3 inches short.
an easy shot to make a 4.
I think if he just plays it with a yard pace, it's probably the correct weight.
Yep.
It's going stronger than that.
Oh shit.
He looks wide. Exactly what I said.
Yep. So that means we're going to give Gregor a massive 4 here.
It's not an easy one to get out of either.
No.
His last ball.
Put himself in all kinds of trouble. I was wondering whether Greg might think I'm happy with the 3. I'm going to cover the back.
Split the back to an edge, yeah.
Yeah, I split the back to it. I could say it's 3-1. 3 will make him 6-1 already set up. If he tries to make a 4, could lose a 2. Probably might see Greg going for split the 2 red balls.
Definitely agree there.
Yep. What's it makes it any bigger than Wayne will just smash that like a paddle steamer going down the Mississippi.
Yeah, we definitely agree with that, Jason.
Well, nearly covered both of these now. He just wants to get back centre rink.
Yep, and he's in
Yeah.
for 4, so that's clever.
Yep, covers the 2 reds. This will put Wayne in maybe 2 mines now.
Yep.
If he hits the plant, he's still maybe going to be a 2 or 3 down. But he's committed. He's
He's
going for
definitely
this.
committed, yeah.
Nearest bowl that don't like
Doesn't
it.
like
Nope.
it. Think he's under.
Nope. Oh, I'm not sure.
That's 4 shots to Greg.
Not the Wayne Willgress we know.
Harlow, set score 1-7
Runs away
after
into a
3
7-1
ends.
lead
Second
after
set.
3 ends in this second set. Certainly the next 2 ends for Wayne's huge in context of the match. Mervyn King's starting to make a comeback against Jamie Chesney. It's 7-6 after 6 ends. Colin Banks leads 3-0.
29
Scott
half
Edwards
metres.
after 1 end. And Darren Burnett is 2-1 up against Simon Skelton after 2 ends. Yeah, great start again from Greg. He's been a bit relentless in the last 4 or 5 ends.
Yep. Very consistent. Not too far away.
No, he's in the area. I think he's a very good reply here if he gets back. Yep.
Yeah, cracking bowl.
Jack, please.
Now or before?
And Wayne's.
Wayne is 6 inches.
Greg on a slightly wider track this time. just over the pace. Don't think Wayne's running this time. He's just dropping short. He is running. Turned his back on it.
Maybe giving it away, I think.
Yeah.
Have a quick look, Daddy, please.
Yes.
Greg just asking to come up for a look there. Obviously Greg's just asking the marker to go up there. The rules are that you're supposed to only go up after your third bowl, but you can ask to go up for a look after your second, so that's why Greg's asked the umpire, could he go and visit the head there?
Charge them a small fee. Should be making a killing. £2 to go.
Be interested if the umpire said no.
I can say, I said that in the last session actually. It's Claire Anderson. It'd be so funny. So can I come and have a look? No. Would be allowed to say that. It's the marker's discretion. It's just there for slow play, but neither of these two are slow play.
No.
Well, Greg can get just down to the slightly inside bowl. Yeah, sits in that port. Just going to cross.
What's the shot? Slightly favour yours.
Yeah, which one?
Oh, this one. Sorry, this one.
Wayne might switch to the backhand here and try and sit Greg through or slip past. That looks...
102, please.
No, sticking with the forehand.
There's it 102 down, please.
He's still interested in it. Doesn't want the jack. Just give it away. It's just not going the right way for Wayne at the moment.
No, I think when you're struggling, sometimes you get just the bad connections as well, don't you?
Yeah. It does leave him a good shot if Greg fails right enough, but to pick the ball out. Interesting to see Greg playing the backhand side here. I thought he would have stuck with 4, but looks to be on a good track. Yep. I think he's making that in for 2 here.
Well, I think Wayne's going to go straight through this.
Yep, 2 balls away, or even jack out onto the spot. I think even the tight plant gets you a result as well.
Yep. The speed he plays it. Just needs to pick his pace. He need to pair them away. If it's the jack dead, Mooney better watch out. It'll be halfway down the junction before she gets it.
Might be at McDonald's junction if he gets this in the right connection.
Yeah, he's quite a quick driver, isn't he?
Yep. Yeah, going quick. Looks interested.
Well,
He's very close.
oh, he's gone with it. Great bowl. Yeah, that's a good bowl.
Great ball.
Yeah, it's going to be the shot.
Wayne Willgress.
7-2 after 4 ends to Greg Harlow, but
Got Wayne Willgress, set score
gives Wayne the jack back
2-7 after
and maybe
4
changes the
ends.
length up a bit.
Yes, Helen Wayne is using the Arrow Revolution bowl. Right, Wayne, what you're doing with this? He was bringing the mat up early on, but he just wasn't finding it. Whether he just maybe pulls it back a yard or two.
I thought he might have gone slightly longer because he was just running through quite a few times.
Yep.
He's brought the mat up again, so.
We're going to be around about 24 metres, this one.
Yep.
Jack length, 24.5 metres.
Some of the other scores, Jamie Chesney's now leading Merv King 9-7 in the last end. Obviously Jamie won the first set. Colin Banks is currently 4-0 up after 2 against Scott Edwards, and Darren Burnett is 4 each after 4 versus Simon Skelton.
Quite a hard opposition. Colin Banks, you know, is very experienced, been around the game at a high level for a long time, just seems to grind away, doesn't he? He's a little bit slower than most of the players, but you know, there's nothing wrong with that. He just grinds away at his opposition, even when he's just behind. He's plodding along, but he's playing very well out there today from what I can see.
Yep, he certainly puts in the time, Colin. I think we were sitting in the bar last night and they had to tell him to leave. He left at 10:15. He was still in practicing.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Fantastic facility they have here at Stanley Indoor Bowls Club. It's actually perched on top of an Asda superstore, which is odd really, because the floor is so perfect. You just think how it's built, that wouldn't be quite right.
Yeah, you can certainly feel the heat rising from downstairs.
Yep, it is very hot in here. Yeah, it's strange. It's on the big Asda superstore, which is it's actually built on the old Louisa Colliery from years ago.
You always enjoying your time down here. It was good when the internationals were here.
Yes.
Always a very good atmosphere. I think Wayne will just switch to the backhand and try and set the jack back possibly.
They spent a lot of money on the venue since the international series. I think they spent 350,000 on it not so long ago. Brand new lighting system, as you can see. They got brand new lift fitted. That lift used to be potluck whether you made it to the top floor or not. But it's a brand new lift, and heating system. It used to be controlled from somewhere in Glasgow, some head office in Glasgow, and that's why when the international series were on, it was just so hot. I remember one year leading for Andy Thompson. I remember bending down to semi-bowler at one point. I'm sure I saw 3 jacks. Didn't get near any of them, but I did see 3 jacks. So, my God, it was so warm.
We played against England. I think there was butterflies flying about.
That's right.
That
I remember
hot.
That. Yes, when the butterflies came out, that was fantastic.
I think there was people fainting sometimes at the heat hadn't got outside during the game and cooled down.
Well, Greg, if you can just get right back into this. Yeah, that's a cracker. Cracking bowl.
It's 10 times more difficult for Wayne to score here.
Yeah, definitely needs to start the score up.
I think if he strikes it and kills it in the forehand, he's still giving Greg quite a bit of room to draw on the backhand, so it might just be a backhand draw. Could actually get Greg's 2 balls if he gets the right connection in the front one without moving the jack.
Jamie Chesney's beaten Mervyn 9-3, 9-6. He books himself a place into the quarter final.
Might send this one into the airport terminal if he gets the right connection.
Oh,
No, he's got the wrong one.
yeah. Just not there, is it today?
It's a very tight game between Darren Burnett and Skelton. I don't think there's been any more than 1 or 2 in it the whole match. On a slightly wider line, just trying to drop back in. I think he's going to get back that one. Looks like 2.
Yeah.
Shots,
Well,
Greg Harlow, set score
winning away with this second
2-9
set now.
after 5 ends, second set.
7 in 4 ends. It's not obviously impossible. He's going to have to start just stringing some consistency together.
9-2 after 5.
29.5 metres.
6-0 after 3 ends, and Darren Burnett is 4-5 down against Simon Skelton after 5 ends. I think Greg's slightly under with us.
Last ball, please.
Last ball. 18 inches.
Who's that shot?
So I'm just asking someone behind the ring to stand still.
Yeah.
I think they're in the bar, aren't they?
Yeah. Greg switching sides again just because Wayne's dropped in the road on the other side.
Yeah, change of hand, change of pace is what they normally say. Slightly bigger hand, this hand on the forehand.
Yeah. Seem to find it a bit, most people are finding this side a bit quicker than the inside hand as well. Greg will be looking for a correction with this one. Just slightly overplayed.
One down.
No, sorry. No, sorry, Wayne, you won.
Just one, yeah?
Yeah, just one. One red.
How far past is down ball, please?
I'm just asking if it was 1 or 2.
Yeah, I wonder what was going on. It's just Greg's back bowls in for second.
Sitting on a wider track, I don't know if he'll get back from there. Need to have good weight. Yeah, he's just over. I think he would have wanted to bend with that one, put pressure on Greg there.
Yeah, some questions coming in about bowls and that. Yeah, the players in this event you can choose whatever whichever ball you want to play. It's not like the World Championships where you either choose a red, you have to choose red or green. You can play with anything you like. It's up to you, and you're a club player. You can have a bowl. If you want to pay, you can actually build your own bowl, can't you? You can choose your make, your size, your colour. You can have various emblems like lovebirds and things like that on the bowls. Just choose whatever you want, they'll make them for you.
And do you see that changing in the World Championships, Jason, or do you see that staying the same for now?
I think for the World Championships, I don't know, I don't think we'll see it for the next year.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think with the big ring stickers, like the white stickers, they stick out really, really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll come personally. Yeah, I do think it'll come.
Slightly better fortune there from Wayne.
Yep. Really.
Sigh of relief from Wayne there as he walked past.
Even with my eyes. Even with my eyes, I'm down.
Watch out, Greg Harlow.
Harlow set score
Sports
2-10 after 6 ends.
Odd, isn't it? I mean,
Second
so
set.
you've got extremes, haven't you? So you look at snooker, all that money in snooker, and they're there dressed up very, very smart, aren't they? The waistcoats, and they have limitations as to what they can wear, sizing of
Shoes and
advertising, their personal advertising. That's exactly the same as what we have at Potters in a way. You're for BBC and things, you are limited to a 2x3 advertising patch, and they like to keep it as smart as possible. Flip that to darts, you have a totally other way of looking at it, haven't you? Each player has let's call it an identity. Their own identity, don't they? I'd quite like that for bowls in a way. I think the only difference with bowls is not a lot of people, well, the average person I'd say, doesn't like a lot of change, do they? People get afraid of change. I think we're at a point now where we need to make it change.
Definitely. I think over the last few years it's definitely evolved, and a lot of people think it's an old man sport, but it's certainly not. There's a lot of younger ones playing it now, and it is evolving.
There's plenty of room in this sport for a mixture of everything. There's still room for tradition if people want tradition. At club level, maybe certain county levels, but I don't think tradition will move the sport forward at an elite level. Definitely not.
No, I definitely agree with that. It's good to see Darren. You were just talking about player identities. Obviously, you've got the darts players, and Darren Burnett's top slightly different to David's and Stewart's. He's got his nickname, the Dazzler. Darren the Dazzler Burnett on his top, which is good to see.
Perhaps that's because he dazzles him with his blue light.
Well, Wayne definitely needs to score this end or the match will be over. I think most people expected this to be a much tighter affair, but Craig's been absolutely relentless.
Yep.
Not let Wayne settle at all during the match.
Exactly. It is exactly that, It is fair to say Wayne has struggled, but Greg hasn't allowed him to settle neither.
Anytime he's lay, he's responded. It's just very hard to make a shot here again, any more than one.
Yeah, he's played good, consistent, thorough match play here for sure.
We just have to look at the scoreboard there just to see what's required. I think he's just accepting he's going to try and draw. Just slightly under, I think. Base was good. hard to see how he'll make more than one out of this to
Yep.
give himself a chance. He makes one, he gets another in, but
Yep, he definitely needs to score. It's looking very bleak.
Greg's just having a smile there, doesn't know what to cover or where it can go. Probably as good as Greg can do there, to be honest. I think Wayne's just got to try and hit this and hope for the best, to be honest.
Yep. Just drive straight through it and hope when everything settles you
You'll
line a
line
couple.
at least two, yeah.
I'm just going to sling it and
Very technical from Wayne, he's just going to sling it.
I need to catch this one in the motorway, I think.
Yep. Just no idea, I'm just going to sling it.
Well, it's fair to say this will be quick.
Could end up in the Antique Cafe.
Yeah, he's in the area.
Oh.
Just found the gap.
Yeah, manages to find that gap, so it's going to be 2 shots there for Greg Harlow, and he's going to take this game 10-5, 12-2.
Harlow,
Well,
second set.
Wayne struggled there, but I have to say to Greg, that was absolute class performance.
Yeah, he was relentless throughout that match. He didn't let Wayne settle at all, so certainly deserved his place in the quarter-final draw.
Yeah, so that's the end of that one. Just give us just a couple of minutes and we're just going to spin the centre camera around and we're going to have a little look at how Darren Burnett and Simon Skelton are getting on the rink next door. Darren Burnett took the first set 8 shots to 5 and we're going to join it in the second set at end number 7 with Simon Skelton leading 6 shots to 4. Just to help us, they're all red bowls. White stickers is Darren Burnett. White is Darren Burnett. Green is Simon Skelton.
Yeah, Darren's definitely plays with the ace.
On to Darren. So 5-6, the score with 2 ends to play. It's a good tussle this because Darren Burnett is seed number 17 at the moment and Simon Skelton is seeded number 15.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating end to this match, I think. Darren's scored a 1 there, so score in the second set is 6-5 to Simon Skelton. Another game, for anyone wanting to know, Colin Banks leads Scott Edwards 6-3 after 6 ends. Good start here from Darren, just 18 inches past. As you can see, the shirt that I was speaking about when Darren turns around, you can see the nickname in the shirt. Good start from Simon as well.
Following this end of this session, we'll just do the player draw again for the quarter final. Just got 1 game tied up at the moment. That'll be the next game on the show rink at 4 o'clock. That will be Stuart Anderson against David Gourlay. The other 4 o'clock game, well, Paul Foster's waiting an opposition. The 6:30 session this evening, Mark Dawes drew ball number 6, and so he's obviously waiting.
Be interesting to see the the ties in the quarter-final from what's left. So Simon having a wee run at this. I think he's liking it, he's in the area, but he's been unlucky. Darren still holds one. Pretty sure Simon's toucher stayed in the ring.
See all the local support there from the Stanley Club. Been a great help over the last 4 or 5 days, helping us mark all the qualifiers.
Darren doesn't like that. I think it's just heavy. Well, he wasn't as far away as he thought, I don't think.
Nope, he's only a foot past, really, isn't he?
Yep. If Simon's close here, he might get a bit animated. He looks to be in the area. Yep, very good ball from Simon there. Darren will just look for a similar adjustment and just hold his line. His weight's pretty good.
Good question there, Ronnie. How is this tournament affecting the provisional rankings? Who's in, who's out, etc. Well, we do update the ranking list after every round. This round here particularly is worth 5 ranking points for the players. Once this round's complete, Ronnie, I shall get an updated list for you. I know Mark Royal has sadly dropped out of the top 16.
Great ball from
Darren Burnett. What a
excellent
superb ball. Yeah, he's dropped out of the top 16. This game here with the 15 and 17 playing each other, that secures David Gourlay his place in the top 16. I think the big one is it all depends how Scott Edwards gets on. Now, he's the threat to a couple of people, because if he gets to a semi-final, he could also put out either Simon or Darren, depending on who gets through this game. However, they'll be keeping a very close eye on that next ring, because Colin Banks is very close to defeating Scott, and that will make a few people happy. Not Scott, but that will make a few of the top 16 happy. He's the threat at the moment.
The two people that's ironically on the green at the moment.
Yes. Yeah, on the next ring, so
Darren's scored a win there, so it'll be 6-all playing the last end. And Darren won the first set, so Simon must score here to force a tie break.
yeah, with Les Gillett going out against David Gourlay, he's now on 130 points. Paul Foster immediately behind him then. Already through to the next round, so he'll have 15 points minimum for that, so he'll be on 139, so we'll probably that's 129.
Excellent start from Darren there. You can see Stuart Anderson sporting one of the new tops there as well. It's quite a nice top. I think it's one of the manufacturers from Scotland, one of the newer ones, SK21 I think it is. Darren just slipping past with this one, but it's went to a good home against the jack moves. Simon's not happy with this one.
No, he didn't look happy when he let go of that.
Just slipping past again, but he's only 18 inches through. Ball's just fell over there. I think Darren's close to matching that if he gets by his own. Might see Simon switch to the other side now.
Yeah, I was going to say, Darren will probably want his ball to fall over because I think it might then lock his ball in against Simon's back ball.
Yep.
Little chin wag.
Simon just come up for a look. It's a very important end for both of these players. He's gone for the 2 balls, I think. Likes it. Just got the jack. That looks as if it's kilt. It's not be a 1 ball shootout to see.
Yep,
There's
there's
a tie break or not.
a lot of room there, isn't there? There's, oh my goodness, 2 or 3 yards to draw. Darren will have first attempt at this. Simon has second shot, so...
I think he has both. Second.
Yep.
Both. I'm sure Darren will be able to beat those 2.
Yep. Simon will then have obviously the option of just removing it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Let's see how close he can get. Looks to be a very good effort. I think he's actually drew a toucher here.
Oh. Oh, right in behind the jack. That falls over, that's absolutely amazing.
Simon might have the option here of going for the ball or trying just to beat it on the draw.
I don't think he can see it, can he?
Well, if he gets the jack outside as well,
I'm just looking at the front. What blockers are at the front?
don't think there's anything in his way, but
Oh.
okay, it's going with the runner. Likes it.
Missed it, I think.
Missed it by a
Yeah.
fraction.
Not far off, so
No.
that's going to be 1 shot to Darren Burnett, and he's going to take this second round game 8-5, 9-6. Well, just while we're waiting for the game of Colin Banks and Scott Edwards, we're just going to go to one of our sponsors' videos here. This is a video from Taylor Bowles and Andy Thompson talking about a brand new grip that they've got called the Extreme Grip. Let's take a look at that.
I've actually been with Taylor's 30 years this year, so it's quite a historic period for me that really happening. And when I started many years ago, I think most bowls actually all had the same grip. They were fairly plain, there wasn't a lot to it. But over the years we've actually tried to change the grips and what works best for the bowler. And what we actually did 3 or 4 years ago, we actually introduced the half pipe grip. The half pipe wasn't quite as deep in the bowl, however it gave the bowlers a good feel of the grip, shall we say. But now, what we've actually done is we've introduced the Extreme Grip. The Extreme Grip is a lot deeper, it gives a better feel to the bowl, especially now people are going down a size. If they want to go down a size, the Extreme Grip is actually perfect for the bowler. They get their hand into the grip and it gives them a good feel. What is especially good with the Extreme Grip is it actually allows you to play it in the colder conditions, in the wetter conditions. With that type of bowl, it's ideal.
Well, there's Darren Burnett there, successful into the quarter-final. Jacqueline Henderson talking to Martin. Jacqueline is the director of Lean to Succeed, one of our sponsors. There's Simon. Unfortunately, Simon's going to make his way home now, back to Nottingham area. And we're just concentrating on the Colin Banks, Scott Edwards. Colin Banks, 3 up, 2 ends to play. Let's have a look at the rest of the sponsors that have made this event happen. I'd also like to thank our title sponsor, GarageRoost.com. This is obviously in association with Lean to Succeed. Also, massive thanks to Drake's Pride, Taylor Bowles, Henson Light Club Clothing, VisitDurham.com, the PBA itself, and also Top Rink Bowls. That's Perry Martin there, down south. Plenty of options to choose from. Massive thank you on behalf of the World Bowls Tour for being involved with this inaugural UK Open. We couldn't have done this without you.
Yep, definitely agree. These events, as I said earlier, don't happen without sponsors, so it's good to see so many involved in it. Hopefully it can continue over the next 4 or 5 years as well. Just having a look to see who's lying this end, I'm not too sure. There's an advertisement board on my wages.
As you can just see you looking over there. Oh, Colin Banks there from Gary.
Gary, yeah.
Yeah, spelt Garrick.
Yep. Nice. 2 down by the looks of it.
Well,
No, 3 down now.
I say he just pushed him in for another.
That'll be
Oh.
7-all playing the last end here. So
Yeah, 1 end shootout.
Matt pretty much out to the pin for Scott. It's going to be a 23-24 metre jack.
Scott Edwards just sat outside the top 16 at the moment. He is in 18th position. Look at the points though. He's quite a few points behind the rest of the top 16. He's 16 points. Darren Burnett has got 28. He'll have 15 points to go on top of that against Scott's 10.
Good start there from Scott, just slipped past, and Collins just managed to beat it.
Yep, if Colin manages to beat Scott here, Darren Burnett will come back from the brink of going out of the top 16 and come back into it. And it'll be Mark Royal that unfortunately swaps place with Darren and will be provisionally 17 at the end of this tournament. Apart from Scott, nobody else can alter that bottom position.
Scott just dropping short his second one corner, looking to get in front here. Looks to be on a not bad line. Yep. I think he's only 10 or 12 inches in front of the jack, so Scott's just deciding what shot to play here.
Yeah, just needs to decide just what hand, doesn't he? Just play a draw, but he needs to decide which hand to play. He hasn't really found the pace yet.
Yep, definitely. Swapping sides onto his backhand. Still interested in it, so he must be in the area. I think he's just going to get Collins square, yep. Still 1 down.
Yep.
You might see Collins switch to the forehand as well and try and touch the jack away.
There's the score, 7 apiece. Colin makes his way back to the mat. I think Colin's got to. He's got to play a closer bowl. I think he's 18 inches there. I know Scott hasn't found it yet, but he's such a quality player, Scott. I won't put it past him to draw a front touch with his last bowl. Try and get there first.
Definitely. He's been here before last night when he was playing Alex. He was pretty much game against and no shot, and he managed to make the shot, so wouldn't want to be leaving him that much room, but Colin's just slipping through here.
Well, there's only two options. He's got to either draw this off or chip the bowl away. Won't want any jack movement.
I think he'll just go a blade wider. His weight was pretty good with his last one. I think he'll just go a blade wider here. Colin will obviously, if he wins this, he'll be the only non-seed left in the event, yeah?
Yes, he is, yep. Good for the PBA qualifiers to get through to the latter stages of these world ranking events.
Well, he's looks to be still stalking it.
I say he's too far, I think. Needs to stop. He's too far.
I think needs a jack. Yeah, he's too far.
Yep. Not to be, so it's going to be Colin Banks, the PBA qualifier from Scotland, defeats world number 18 in 2 sets, 8-5, 8-7. Okay, we're going to go live to the rink now and do the draw for the quarterfinals. Thanks for joining us, John.
No worries. Thanks for the opportunity, Jason.
Okay, everybody, we're going to do the final draw for the quarter-final. Just as a recap, the 4 o'clock session will be balls number 1 to 4. Already in the 4 o'clock session, and the next streaming game will be Stuart Anderson against David Gourlay. And then balls 5 to 8 will be at the 6:30 session. Okay, let's have a look then. So, Jamie, you're on the top of the board, so you go for your ball. Ball number 7, so you're 6:30. Bouncing. Colin, you're second on the board. Ball number 8, you're also on at 6:30. Oh, yeah, well done. Yeah, you don't get a choice, sorry. 3 in there. Ball number 5, so you play Mark Dawes at 6:30. Just to prove it's not a fix. Ball number 8. Why do you say 8? Ball number 1. That's so you play Paul Foster then at 4 o'clock. Thank you very much, boys. Good luck in your next rounds. You can give the balls away. That's fine, thank you. Okay, everybody, thank you very much once again for joining us for that session. We'll be back with you at 4 o'clock for the quarter-finals. Thanks very much for joining us. Bye-bye for now.